Hi, and welcome to Computing Fundamentals 1. Computer program is a set of arithmetic and logical statements linked with each other in a logical fashion to solve a problem. In any computer software, we often deal with a discrete inputs. This means the input set is countable, and the program code that we built includes a set of actions to handle those inputs. To understand the logic of a statement, we must understand the logical foundation of that statement, so we will learn on this course how to handle the truth value of a proposition. But what a proposition? It is a statement that could be a true or false. The majority of data science tools and algorithms used today are based on mathematical technology that we will learn when we study matrices, for example, a topic that we will cover in this module. We will find in the future that data analytics and machine learning requires a deep understanding of matrix operation like addition, multiplication, and transportation. Then we will look at function composition, something that you need to understand when you study object-oriented programming in the future. Then we will study the foundation of problem solving in computer science, that is algorithms. So understanding all of these is very important for computer science. As you will see through this module, regardless how advanced we are getting on computer hardware, yet we still need to improve the performance of our code to get a highly optimized software, so that we will study algorithms. So having an advanced algorithm should help us in resolving many challenges in data analysis and software engineering. So looking at computer program, it turns out that we could improve software engineering by understanding the foundations of algorithms. For these reasons, we need to study discrete mathematics, as in this module. This year, we are doing this module differently. It is a blended of online videos, activity, and student-centered learning. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can navigate through the course and do the set of online videos and activity that will be posted in Google Classroom weekly. Now, if you go to the website, you will see that computing fundamentals have been divided into a set of weeks. So every time you go to that website, you will face a set of objectives, and you need to carry on by pressing on the next button. So first you go and you see the module overview, the topics that we are going to study over the 12 weeks. Then you go and you can read a little bit about discrete mathematics based on Wikipedia. There is also another video I put, which is an overview of the CA, of the learning environment that we are using, and also about the major topics we will study in computing fundamentals. So it's up to you to see that video. Then, as I said, you could navigate by pressing next and read the next topic, which is basically an article of Wikipedia about discrete mathematics and the difference between discrete mathematics and calculus, because that dealing with continuous object and we deal with discrete object. It's very important for you to understand why we need to deal with discrete objects in this module. Then when you go to week 1, you will see that there is 4 major topics that you have to cover every week. First, the video lecture, which is basically the content that we need to study. A PowerPoint of that lecture will be uploaded to Google Classroom, so you need to see the video to understand the context, and you need to go to the lecture PowerPoint or presentation in order to have access to the class material. Then you will do an activity, and by pressing next basically, and this activity will ask you a couple of questions to reflect in your learning experience about what you have learned on the video, because you will see the video, some of them are really long, up to 10 minutes. So I want to make sure that you do 10 minutes content and then you go back and you practice what you have learned. That's very important, so you keep enhancing your knowledge weekly. Then there will be a lab. And this lab is basically an active lab where I have put a notebook online for you. You can see the answer for the lab. You can also interact with it. You can see what I have done, and you can basically follow my steps in order to solve the lab instructions. So the lab is divided to instructions and also to a solution where you have access to it, which is published in CoCalc. As I said in the overview video, to do with the lab for this module, you need SageMath. And SageMath could be installed in your computer, as I explained in this week lab instructions, or you could go to an online tool called CoCalc. You just sign in there using your DIT email, and you will have full access to a Python notebook. And that notebook is really made with a kernel for SageMath, so you could put SageMath code in it straight away without installing. There is one downside for CoCalc, which is basically it is a free tool, so that it is slow. So if you need like a faster tool, you better download, for Windows user, you download a SageMath app and you install it. Or for Mac user, there is also a SageMath app that you can download, and you follow the instruction to install it in your MacBook. Then after you finish the lab and the activity, which is basically the one that you do during learning and watching the videos, there is a review week activity, which is basically it will review everything we did in that week in terms of the content and the major concepts that we need to focus on. You do this activity and then you carry on to the next week and so on. Welcome again to Computing Fundamentals 1, and thanks for seeing this video.